Really should have made coffee. Oh well.
You're good. You don't need coffee.
Fighting words.
Whatever.
Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're in a different setting because last week Susie came down and we filmed in my office and we filmed for like 2 or 3 hours and
He was an idiot.
I joked and said, hey listen, we have to reshoot everything because the mic wasn't on.
And it wasn't.
The mic was on. And she was like, what? I upload all the video to cut it together so I can upload to YouTube before my day's off. And turns out the batteries in the mic were actually dead. So, yeah.
He's an idiot.
Well, thanks. So, what we're going to talk about today is one thing we noticed is a lot of people are coming in being first-time gun buyers. But they're not buying them for everyday carry or personal protection on their body. They're buying them mainly for home defense. So, first we do a quick video on home defense, and what better setting than our house. So, you're actually in our kitchen propped up on a chair, and we're sitting at the kitchen table. So, most people are going to be buying handguns, and this is more for someone who one spouse has a permit, the other spouse may not. So they come in, say the husband, this is just going to be the easiest way to do it because I had my permit before she did. And when I purchased our home defense gun, which is just a straight up pistol, which most people are going to buy just a pistol, I had to make sure that not only did it fit my hand, but it would fit her hand in case I didn't carry it on me. It was at home in the safe, and something happened while I wasn't around. She would have to go to the safe to defend herself, the kids, the dogs, and the home. I wanted to make sure whatever we had she could use too, so it fit her hand. Unfortunately, what I went in there for, because I always say buy what you know. So I was looking for a Mark 25, they didn't have any, so I went with the 226 Legion. And that was meant to be my everyday carry. So everyone knows it's unloaded and there's no magazine. So I bought this. And for me, this was perfect. Fits my hand. I have no qualms about holding on to this. Even the trigger, since it's a Legion, the first trigger pull, because it is a double action, single action. The first trigger pull is 10 pounds. Alright? I have no problems pulling it.
I hate it.
She has trouble pulling the 10-pound pull. She'll shake. She's like, ah, she can't do it. Now, when it's in single action, she has no problems. But I understood that, but I really, really wanted this one because I was very comfortable with this gun. So, simultaneously, we tried out some other guns, and the Glock 19 she liked. It fit her hand, easy to use, so I figured I'd just buy both, because if I was out and about and I had my 226, she was home, at least in the safe, was going to be a Glock 19 that she could use and she'd be comfortable using. So, and again, it's empty, no mag. All the guns are going to be like that, just so you know. So we had the Glock 19. And then, a few weeks later, she ended up getting her permit. And then a few months after that, we were at the range shooting. And go ahead, explain.
I had stopped in to use the restroom, and on my way out, I walked by the case that had the Glock 43. Tiffany blue. Which I really liked.
So
Yes, it did come home with me.
Without any hesitation, she went and found the guy behind the counter. She goes, I want that gun. It's coming home with me right now. So, I mean, it was a surprise to me, but hey, whatever. The more the merrier. So, she really likes this. It's got obviously a smaller grip, fits her hand nicely. She loves the trigger on it. I personally don't like it because with a flush magazine, my pinky hangs right off of it. So, I don't feel like I can have good control of this, get a good grip on it. You know, if push came to shove, yeah, I'd use it, you know, if my life depended on it. But it would be not my first option. So, that's that. And then, which led us down to another path of, we have an older teenage daughter, and, well, she wasn't comfortable. She's only 5'2". She got little small hands. So, she wasn't able to really hold on to any of these. 43X was okay, but she was not a big fan. So, for that, we ended up buying this little Ruger LC9. And it has a little extension on it. The magazine is empty. There's nothing in the chamber. But, again, my pinky falls off. So, for the time purposes, we'll keep that in there. It does have a flashlight on it that was installed afterward. My big turnoff with this is the safety, which personal safety, for personal defense, I don't like these. Because if you forget that it's on, you don't train enough. When you pull it out, you draw. If you don't remember to click it, and you pull the trigger without clicking it down, well, obviously it's not going to work, and then you only have the rest of your life to figure out, was it a bad round, was it the safety, was it human error, just a million things could be going wrong. And when milliseconds count, I wouldn't use this, especially for an everyday carry, unless you train a lot with it. I'd go, of course, with something like the Glock, where it's just kind of a point and go, or the SIG, which is also a point and go, because all of the safeties are built into it, and to activate them, all you have to do is put your finger on the trigger. And then it leads us up to the next home defense thing.
That was your fault.
So we had a woman at Blue Trail that ordered a 43X, and she came in to pick it up because we special ordered it for her. And she came in and she was like, you know, I really don't like it. I shot my friends. I didn't feel comfortable with it. I just didn't like it overall. Whatever. So at the same time, we had gotten in a Smith & Wesson Easy 380, which we've showcased in another video, and she wanted that. Fine. They were relatively the same price, so we just did the paperwork and sold her the 380 Easy. Well, I know this one here had been looking for a 43X for the longest time, but they're hard to get with everything that's going on. So I gave her a quick call, and
10 minutes.
10 minutes later, she's down doing paperwork so she could pick up the 43X. I don't know what that was. It's our son doing something in his room. He's down the hall. But again, not loaded. There's no magazine in it. So, now this 43X, like I said, I don't like the 43 because the grip is too small. But of course, you guys know, 43X has an extended grip. So even with a flush magazine, I can get my entire hand on it. And this is purely hers. So
What?
So while I have this to carry for my everyday carry,
I have this.
Suzanne has these to pick from. A 19, which I'll sometimes carry, a 43, and a 43X. What does Todd get? Todd gets a 226. That's chambered in 40, so it's really heavy. And some days I just don't feel like carrying something that heavy because my back hurts, so I want to carry this.
See, I have to have different sizes because if I let my nails grow, it's hard to hold the 43 without literally leaving marks in my hand.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Which a lot of ladies, you'll find that out, and every time we have a student that comes in that has longer fingernails, we always tell them, listen, you might want to trim them down if you're going to carry a lot, just because the nails will dig into the palm of your hand when you get that good, strong grip. So, the nice thing, though, with all of her pistols that she can pick from is she can really accessorize for whatever she's wearing. So, in the summer when she's wearing shorts and a t-shirt and it's relatively warm, she can have something small like the 43. And then in the winter when you're wearing baggier clothes, bulkier clothes like sweatshirts and sweaters and jackets and all that stuff, she can either go with a 43X, or if I don't have it for some reason, she can just use the 19. But always in the safe, and neither one of us really care for it, is the Ruger. And the reason we don't like it is the safety. But that's not what it's designed. It's not designed for us to carry. It was designed specifically to stay in the home. The only drawback with all of these is when you're talking about, well, let me show you this. The other thing you have for home defense, if you're like me, you can go real hardcore and do this, because this is really easy to use. For me, for you, even the kids. Granted, they're older, but if they were younger, this is still probably easier for a younger person to shoot than trying to hold on to something like this, just because there's more real estate on this to really grab a hold of it, pull it into your trigger or into your shoulder, you know, and do what needs to be done. And it's not the first time, it won't be the last time where you see in the news where kids defend their own home with an AR. But that's not an AR, because AR is illegal. That is an other, so.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So you're complaining that you only have that versus my 3?
Yeah.
But you have that. So between that and that, doesn't even compare to the cost of my 3 or 4, because the Ruger is in my name.
Okay, so.
So, hey.
So here's the deal. Here's the dilemma now that we're all facing. We live in Connecticut.
Unfortunately.
Someone breaks into our house, and we defend our house. We defend our lives. We are probably going to get arrested, and that's a given. That's fine. The problem is, during the investigation, whatever gun you use, you're going to lose. I don't want to use the other, because I don't want to lose that. I don't want to use my 226 because I don't want to lose that, nor the 19. Suzanne, would you use these and risk losing one of these?
I don't want to.
Okay. And, of course, we don't want to use this one because, well, we've already discussed it. But, I mean, we would if push came to shove. So, I think we need to buy just a really cheap high point for home defense. This way, it's, you know, $150 out the door, and it's like, whatever, we used it, the cops can keep it. What do you think? A high point. That's a great home defense right there. I just hope it works when we actually have to use it. Hey, times are interesting. You can't take too many chances. So, you know, it's good to have more than one of something, just because if, God forbid, you have to use it, you're going to lose it. Hopefully for not forever, and it's just until the investigation's over and then you're cleared because it's justified, so on and so forth. But we've heard of instances where guns are confiscated, the investigation's over, and they go to claim their gun. They're like, oops, sorry, we destroyed it. Here's a voucher for $50 and some McDonald's coupons. I'm kidding, but yeah, literally like $50, $100. They don't give out the coupons for McDonald's; they're too cheap. You have anything to add?
No, not really.
So do you have any advice for spouses, husband, wife, teams that might be buying a gun?
Make sure it's comfortable in your hand.
For both people. Not like this is great for him, but she can't use it. Or, hey, it works perfect for her, but then his hands are too big for it.
But I can guarantee you're not going to use that. No. So I don't have to worry
about
it.
No, because if I use something like this...
So it's actually all mine.
I'd be scared of her more than anything because I just lost her really pretty Tiffany blue gun to the police for the investigation.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Alright, so that's it. Welcome to our home. Filming in our kitchen because I was not driving all the way back into work to sit in my office on a day off when it's Sunday, and after this we're going to go relax. Maybe.
Before the start of the week again.
Yeah, we do have to run out to the store and get sand.
And we have to go to Target and get my drinks.
Okay. So, you know what that means. We have to gear up. Leaving the house. And then where we live, and we live in a nice area, but I still won't leave home without this. It's kind of like your Amex card. Don't leave home without it. Oh, before I forget, it just made me think of this. So, one important thing about the home defense gun is, like we talked about this, already had a pre-built-in flashlight, which is great because the 43, you can see that it's smooth. There's no way I can attach a flashlight to that. And the 43X is smooth. I can't attach a flashlight to that. The 19, however, has got the notches marked out and right there, so you can click on that light because, of course, in the middle of the night, you want to have some sort of light on your gun so you can identify your target. You just see a black silhouette standing at your refrigerator, and we discussed it before. Was it a bad guy? Is it, you know...
I'm going to bet that's probably your son because he likes to, you know...
Need a midnight snack. He runs track. He's in a lot of sports. He's growing, so...
Doesn't stop eating.
But at 3 a.m. you hear rummaging around in your home. You don't know what it is. You come out, your adrenaline's pumping. You're scared out of your mind. You don't want to just see a silhouette and just start popping off at it because you don't know what it is. You have to identify the threat before you can engage that threat. So even the 226, it has cutouts, has more than the 19, so more attachments can go on the bottom. And I don't mean like lasers, because putting a laser on a pistol is just stupid. I mean, laser bounces all over the place and it doesn't work. However, a flashlight, primo. Now, as you can see, I don't carry a flashlight all the time on it, but we discussed that I always carry the flashlight with me in either my everyday carry bag or...
Is that the one you bought for me that kind of confiscated it?
Bite me. That's why I said, Suzanne, I'm buying this for you, and then I just take it.
Pretty much.
Because, you know, what's mine is hers, and what's hers is hers, so it really doesn't matter. I lose it all anyways. That's the problem. I find something I like, I buy it, and I bring it home, and she's like, oh, this is really cool. And then she'll take it, and she'll put it in her safe, or stash it somewhere where I can't find it because, well...
I do not.
Really?
Liar.
I had this really nice tactical pen. I was like, look at this. I got it for free. Where is it? I don't know.
It's in my purse.
There you go. See, I lost it because she's like, oh, that's cool. I'm taking it.
I can't talk. It was a pen. I like pens.
But it was a tactical pen.
I don't
It was like
care.
a Kubotan with a flashlight, and it obviously you could unscrew it. You can write. Had a little knife. Had a seatbelt cutter. Had all these cool things.
But don't you want me safe if I need it?
You've got guns. You have more guns than me.
I understand that, but I would only carry one. And you would carry your one.
Yeah, but now you have the pen and I don't.
You were in the military. You were trained to get out of situations that, you know,
always,
don't require those things.
It's always excuses. Anyway.
Whatever.
We'll let you guys go. This is our Sunday. We're going to go relax. In the description below, you'll find the link for these awesome t-shirts that we're wearing. They go for a good cause. not only help the channel grow and let us buy some really new cool things, which we won't get to keep because they'll belong to Blue Trail. Everything's 100% American made from top to bottom. The shirts, the ink, the companies are owned by veterans. You can't go wrong. Help out some local small companies and go in the description and buy a shirt. If you have any questions about any of our everyday carries or our home defense setup, go ahead and put it in the comments below. Don't be surprised if I tell you it's none of your business, because home defense is a private matter and you have no idea how we set up our house, and that's kind of the point. I'm not going to give away all our secrets. Right?
Right.
Rest assured, though, it is fortified. So, with that, I'll let you guys go. In the comments below, leave your remarks. Go into the description, order yourself a shirt, and I'll see you guys on the trail. You guys have a good day. Roll the outro.